Marvel fans, get ready! Ironheart is finally coming to Disney+, and there's a lot of cool stuff that went on behind the scenes to bring this show to life. So let's break down how this whole thing came together. Ironheart was officially announced way back in December 2020. Marvel Studios boss Kevin Feige made it clear that they were making a show about Riri Williams. Now, if you caught her in Black Panther Wakanda Forever, you know she's not just any character. Riri is a genius MIT student who built her own Iron Man-style suit. She's a tech prodigy, carrying the legacy of Tony Stark with a fresh, new twist. Dominique Thorne is back in the role, and this time she gets to star in her very own series. The show is led by showrunner Chinaka Hodge, who's bringing serious heat to the project. Hodge is really digging deep into Riri's story, exploring where she came from, what motivates her, and what happens after she leaves Wakanda and heads back to her hometown in Chicago. This series dives into the heart and soul of Riri Williams. What's interesting is that Ironheart is being made under Marvel Studios' new Marvel Television banner, with some big names behind it. Ryan Coogler and his team at Proximity Media are involved as producers. The series features 6 episodes total, with directing duties split evenly between Sam Bailey and Angela Barnes, 3 episodes each. They're known for their strong storytelling and unique visual styles, so the show's gonna look and feel fresh and exciting. Most of Ironheart was shot at Trilith Studios in Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta's Marvel's go-to spot for major productions these days. Filming kicked off in June 2022. Fun fact, some scenes were filmed in the Sweet Auburn neighborhood of Atlanta, where they built a fake White Castle restaurant to stand in for a Chicago eatery. That attention to detail really shows the love they put into capturing the vibe of Riri's world. But here's the best part. They didn't just rely on studio sets. The Ironheart crew also hit the streets of Chicago itself, filming in real neighborhoods like the South Side, near North Side, and downtown. Those authentic backdrops give the show a genuine hometown feel. Early background shots were captured as far back as May 2022, and the full production crew returned to Chicago later that year, wrapping up their location filming by early November. And just to make sure everything was perfect, the team went back for some additional filming between February and April 2024. Think of it like fine-tuning the story and visuals, making sure every detail shines before the series premieres. Let's talk about the cast of Ironheart. Leading the charge is, of course, Dominique Thorne, who plays the brilliant and determined Riri Williams, better known as Ironheart. Dominique first introduced us to Riri in Black Panther Wakanda Forever, and now she's stepping fully into the spotlight with her very own series. In the series, we see Dominique's Riri juggling college life with all its ups and downs, including some pretty tough professors who don't always give her the recognition she deserves. It's a relatable take on what it's like to be a young genius trying to prove yourself, while also carrying the weight of becoming a superhero. Joining Dominique is Anthony Ramos, who plays Parker Robbins, aka The Hood. Anthony's character is one of the most intriguing parts of the show. Parker is mysterious, charismatic, and a little bit shady. Definitely not your typical hero or villain. He sees Riri's potential and offers her powerful tools to help her make her vision a reality. Anthony has spoken about how the characters in Ironheart all struggle with what to do with their unique gifts, and how that struggle drives the story in really compelling ways. Another standout member of the cast is Alden Ehrenreich. Although he's keeping his role under wraps for now, Alden has said that what attracted him to Ironheart was how complex and layered the characters are. This isn't a simple good versus evil story. Everyone has their own emotional and psychological battles. Rounding out the main cast are Regan Aaliyah, Lyric Ross, Manny Montana. Each actor brings their own particular energy to the series, helping to create a world that feels alive and diverse. Some of these characters are Riri's allies, while others challenge her or stand in her way, making the relationships in the show dynamic and full of tension. This cast really helps to flesh out Riri's journey from a gifted young woman into the hero Ironheart. Dominique Thorne has also shared that this series goes deeper into Riri's backstory, where she comes from, what drives her, and how her experiences in Wakanda Forever have shaped her. This gives the cast the chance to explore the human side of their characters, not just the superhero stuff. The mix of experienced actors like Alden Ehrenreich and up-and-coming stars like Regan Aaliyah and Lyric Ross creates a fantastic balance. Plus, veterans Manny Montana and Matthew Elam add even more talent and depth to the ensemble. Dominique Thorne, who plays Riri, isn't just acting in front of a green screen. She actually wears a full practical suit during filming. That's pretty rare these days, since most superhero shows lean on CGI. But the people behind Ironheart wanted to do something similar to what they did with the original Iron Man movie back in 2008, where Robert Downey Jr. had an actual suit on set to interact with. Having that physical suit helps the actors feel more grounded, and it gives the visual effects team perfect lighting and reflection references to work with later on. Dominique has said the suit is pretty heavy. It weighs about 50.5 pounds. At first, it felt a little clunky and tough to move around in, but then she started to realize how smart the suit's design actually is. Even though it's heavy, the joints are made so she can move naturally and still act like herself. The suit kind of reflects who Riri is: smart, hands-on, and scrappy. Riri isn't just some genius who dreams stuff up on a computer. She builds her gear with her own two hands. Wearing the suit gave Dominique a better feel for what it's like to be Riri, especially since the armor is such a big part of her character. The practical effects team went all out to make this suit believable. Instead of just a costume, it's a full piece of engineering. It has moving parts, doors that open, panels that slide, and stuff that helps the suit look like it could actually work. The team even built different versions for various scenes, a heavier one for close-ups that looked super detailed, and lighter, more flexible versions for stunts and action scenes. This approach let Dominique perform a lot of her own movements instead of relying on stunt doubles or CGI. They also focused heavily on the lighting of the suit itself. Practical lights were embedded into the armor to make those glowing blue accents pop on camera naturally, which helps sell the tech feel without relying on post-production effects. This lighting trick also makes the CGI team's job easier because they can use the real light reflections captured on set as a reference, so when they add extra effects, everything blends seamlessly. The suit's design is different from Tony Stark's slick, polished Iron Man armor. Early in the show, it has this homemade workshop vibe. You can actually see the wires and mechanical parts, like something built with talent and determination instead of a billionaire's tech budget. That fits perfectly with Riri's story as a young inventor, still figuring stuff out and constantly tweaking her gear. As the series goes on, expect the suit to evolve and get more advanced, kinda like Riri herself grows into the hero she's meant to be. And yeah, while the practical suit is amazing on its own, the visual effects team layers in all the high-tech cool stuff you'd expect, like the glowing energy blasts, flying scenes, and the heads-up display inside the helmet. Because they had the real suit on set, the CGI fits in perfectly, making everything look believable and super slick.
I'm an engineer. What I'm building is
important?
Iconic.
Ironheart is a great mix of old-school filmmaking techniques and modern CGI magic, with a strong focus on characters and setting. Dominique wearing that heavy suit, the authentic Chicago feel, and the complex characters all come together to make this one of the most exciting new Marvel shows out there. Thanks for watching Collider. See you next time.
I got differential equations class in like 15 minutes. Okay.